Hey, this one ought to take you back a little bit. I mean, seriously, why have a lockdown without a lock-in, eh? Here we go. When you're feeling hopeless and you just can't work things out, I've got just the job. Oh yeah. When there's too much water for a little tiny spout, I've got just the job. Mist is when your pipes are clogged and all your walls have stains. I pop around when your hubby's out and root among your drains. But don't you mind how long be gone when he comes back again. And that's just a job. I've got the perfect tool. Hey, this one ought to take you back a little bit. I mean, seriously, why have a lockdown without a lock-in, eh? Here we go. When you're feeling hopeless and you just can't work things out, I've got just the job. Oh yeah. When there's too much water for a little tiny spout, I've got just the job. Mist is when your pipes are clogged and all your walls have stains. I pop around when your hubby's out and root among your drains. But don't you mind how long be gone when he comes back again. And that's just a job. I've got the perfect tool. Hey, this one ought to take you back a little bit. I mean, seriously, why have a lockdown without a lock-in, eh? Here we go. When you're feeling hopeless and you just can't work things out, I've got just the job. Oh yeah. When there's too much water for a little tiny spout, I've got just the job. Mist is when your pipes are clogged and all your walls have stains. I pop around when your hubby's out and root among your drains. But don't you mind how long be gone when he comes back again. And that's just a job. I've got the perfect tool. Hey, this one ought to take you back a little bit. I mean, seriously, why have a lockdown without a lock-in, eh? Here we go. When you're feeling hopeless and you just can't work things out, I've got just the job. Oh yeah. When there's too much water for a little tiny spout, I've got just the job. Mist is when your pipes are clogged and all your walls have stains. I pop around when your hubby's out and root among your drains. But don't you mind how long be gone when he comes back again. And that's just a job. I've got the perfect tool. Hey, this one ought to take you back a little bit. I mean, seriously, why have a lockdown without a lock-in, eh? Here we go. When you're feeling hopeless and you just can't work things out, I've got just the job. Oh yeah. When there's too much water for a little tiny spout, I've got just the job. Mist is when your pipes are clogged and all your walls have stains. I pop around when your hubby's out and root among your drains. But don't you mind how long be gone when he comes back again. And that's just a job. I've got the perfect tool. Hey, this one ought to take you back a little bit. I mean, seriously, why have a lockdown without a lock-in, eh? Here we go. When you're feeling hopeless and you just can't work things out, I've got just the job. Oh yes. When there's too much water for a little tiny spout, I've got just the job. Mist is when your pipes are clogged and all your walls have stains. I pop around when your hubby's out and roach among your drains. But don't you mind, I'll long be gone when he comes back again. And that's just a job. I've got the perfect tool. Hey, this one ought to take you back a little bit. I mean, seriously, why have a lockdown without a lock-in, eh? Here we go. When you're feeling hopeless and you just can't work things out, I've got just the job. Oh yes. When there's too much water for a little tiny spout, I've got just the job. Mist is when your pipes are clogged and all your walls have stains. I pop around when your hubby's out and roach among your drains. But don't you mind, I'll long be gone when he comes back again. And that's just a job. I've got the perfect tool. Hey, this one ought to take you back a little bit. I mean, seriously, why have a lockdown without a lock-in, eh? Here we go. When you're feeling hopeless and you just can't work things out, I've got just
and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see it. The people never happy. It's never enough.
I cannot believe you, Eamon.
Are you saying that advance have cured death?
Jog off!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Ruff.
And I'm Jeremy Johnson. Our main headlines tonight.
Starting! Starting!
Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you. Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see it. The people never happy. It's never enough.
I cannot believe you, Eamon.
Are you saying that advance have cured death?
Jog off! Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you. Friends and neighbours,
people used to look up to you. Take a big bastard hammer and nail your fucking.
Apologise to him.
It ends today.
I'm going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, mate, it's me, Dave. You're inside me head, mate. Or maybe I'm inside yours, it's hard to say. Not important, though. What is important is that this is the best fucking DLC you've ever played. Live and spooky, dead and pukey. Time loop, Brewers droop more like. This is the one, mate. It's gonna be the real deal. It's gonna be a roller coaster, all fucking expenses paid, uber bastard, and best.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy!
Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to
you. Friends and neighbours, and have confidence.
That's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes? The people never happy. It's never enough.
I cannot believe you.
Are you saying that Advance have cured death?
Shut up!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes? The people never happy. It's never enough.
Welcome back, mate. Fourth time's the charm, and here's your fourth time through hint. Don't worry too much if you don't get a path right first time and you fall off track. Eamon will still have a tidy little nervous breakdown, that's always fun, and you can change what happens in those breakdowns by getting Peter Clement drunk, angry, or both. So even if you fuck up the main treasure hunt, there's still new stuff to see and fun to be had, because it's my DLC and I told them to spoil you rotten with content. And I have compromising photographs of the developers. Off you go.
And we'll be back on the estate tomorrow night. A nurse. See who is suffering the worst. In live and spooky. And tonight, they'll be asking if the old brewery in Arstminster is haunted by...
I realise that, Eric. But Mike have made it clear to me that my episodes are embarrassing for them, so I suggest we stick to the script so I don't have to face the ire of all four of my brothers. Or worse, my sister. Nothing more important than family, Eric. You know, maybe one day you'll realise that, if you can ever persuade a lady to let you cough your muck up her... Yep, standing by. Good evening, I'm Eamon Tightly. Behind me is a true TV legend, and now running for Prime Minister. Everyone's handiest man, Peter Clement. Now, Peter thinks he's been brought here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job. But, as always, viewers, you know better.
10 seconds. Laces.
It's time. Let's start the show.
In 5, 4, 3...
Just that job. Just that job. Just that job. Just.
When the skies are cloudy on a Friday afternoon, I've got just that job. Just that job. When it's all so cloudy that it leaves you sad and gloomy, I've got just that job. Just that job. Lady, when your handyman turns out to be a hound, I'll come and do it my way. Well, there's no one else around. I'll take my time while you recline, and then skip right out of time. 'Cause that's just the job.
Thank you, girls. Cracking stuff. Good evening, friends, and yes, it's true, and I can't really believe it myself. We are back with this special one-off reunion episode of Just the Job. And just to be clear, it is the show that you remember with me old sidekick, little Jimmy Chisel, some top tips on how to improve your DIY, and, of course, some special surprise guests from Just the Job's...
Dave's Family Planning Clinic. Dry and itchy or angry and weeping?
Beg your pardon?
Just passing the time.
We don't have much time, sir.
You'd be surprised, mate. We have all the time in the world, in a way.
Well, you might, but I'm on a bit of a tight... Oops, hang on, Dave. Stand by, Eamon.
Look at the
And go, Eamon.
Because you would be
Sorry, Dave.
surprised
Back in a sec.
what's going on.
Not going anywhere.
It's you.
Yeah, it certainly is me.
You naughty fucker! Sorry,
Peter.
sorry. Frank, did you know about that? Look at that expression. You did, didn't you fucker?
Peter, you thought you were here tonight to record a special reunion episode of Just the Job.
I can't believe this.
But tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Come on, let's get you back to the studio.
Fuckers! Eamon, I can't bloody be bloody dancing you about all the way along. For you.
They're all this way, Peter. Mind your step there now.
I can't believe it. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of your show. I think it's incredible. I never believed it.
I'm back. God, it's colder than ever.
None stare out here.
That was weird. Anyway, just a quick call to say...
Make sure I call the guests in the right order or Raymond has a wig out.
Well, not the words I would have picked, but basically, yeah. That's it, yeah.
Shows in safe hands, mate.
Evidently. Oh, there's...
Eamon, bye.
Yeah, bye.
That freaked him out.
Just look it up. Have you votes? So, Eamon, how long have you been planning this? Eamon, how long have you been planning? Eamon?
Peter Gordon Clement, you were born October 10th, 1923, in the northern town of Rotherham, to Fanny and Martin Clement.
Show me up.
That's right. They got up at the crack of dawn to make the trip all the way down to the capital by coach. It's your infamous old mam and her long-suffering husband, Fanny and Martin Clement. You're not there.
It's Jim.
Let's get you sat down. Lovely to have you both. Lovely to have you here. So tell us, what was life like for Peter growing up in the Clement house?
Well, obviously I wasn't there for it, Eamon.
So this path is something about a long-lost brother.
Oh, yeah. We're good friends. And from what he said, I get the impression Peter was a bit of a bully.
How long has this been going on?
Sorry, mate. Touched a nerve there, have I?
You know how it is with me and our Sid.
Oh, yeah. He's told me all about it. Have a good show.
Little Jimmy Chisel, everybody! In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rotherham Elementary, and already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Ladies man, Peter Clement. With penis so small, you need space telescope to know if it even exists.
Oh, fuck off, Ivan.
It's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea Ball.
No, it bloody isn't.
No, it bloody isn't. Some sort of rock and roll star.
This is Ivan Vodovich, Eamon, one of my oldest friends, Eamon.
Chelsea.
Ivan.
Let me ask you this. What do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister?
You know, I listening before I come on your set, and I hear name Sydney, and I think I not heard his name in 25 years.
Let's keep it that way, shall we, mate?
Oh, you two like good night at goat fight, always bleating and snapping at each other. And then one day, poof, he gone. And just like that. And never spoken of again.
And that's the way I like it, Eamon. Should we get the next guest out?
Oh, wait, first we open Erkistani Special Reserve.
Not in the mood, mate.
Hey, you okay, my friend?
Sorry, not your fault. Meet in the pub after.
Ivan
Vodovich.
Ivan Volodymyr, everybody.
Close enough.
Now, before we bring our next guest on, let's take a look at a classic clip from Just the Job. It's on that monitor there, Peter, if you'd like to take a look.
And that's about 2 minutes.
I'm going for a gander. Get my mind off things.
Everything okay?
I remember this one. LJ sulked for a week. Good choice, Eric.
Not my choice, if I'm honest. Can we reset, please? We think Mayor found him.
Who?
Sydney, the brother.
So?
He lives in the capital about 10 minutes from the fucking studio.
I'm not aware of there being any brother in the script, Eric, so, I mean, what's the point of us...
Eamon, fuck the script. This is the type of TV that people remember. The type that wins TV Nation Awards.
TV Nation Awards? Oh, yeah, they're coming up, aren't they? Yeah, fuck it. Let's send Helen a taxi, just in case.
Already on it. 10 seconds, everybody. TV fucking Nation Awards. Going in 5, 4, 3.
What fantastic memories there from one of the nation's most beloved TV shows. Now, Just the Job had 2 successful runs, of course, from 58 to 64, and again from 1972 to 1976. And across many, many of those shows, there was always one man by your side. Oh no, hang on, wait, he's been on already.
We didn't have much back then, but where there's a finger, there's fun, as they say at the confectioners.
Give me that woman. Son, it's your dad. The pricks have sent us on at the wrong ruddy time.
Yes, that's right. It's a man and a woman who need no introduction, but we're going to give them one anyway. It's your sidekick. No, look, it's clearly your parents. Well, you're certainly in a position to give us a unique insight into this bit of Peter's life. What are the differences, would you say, between the on-screen and off-screen versions of Peter Clement?
Not much. They're both feckless ingrates.
Martin Clement, you take that back. He's your own flesh and blood.
Shut up, woman. Blithering on with your nonsense.
Well, I think everybody thinks they know our Petey, but no one knows him like his mam does. I know him better than he knows his own foreskin, as they say at the bar mitzvah.
He was just about passable when he was younger. Not a patch on his brother, but you don't get two like that.
We're ever so proud of him. He's like the first cock of the spring, as the airmen say.
Well, apparently we have some archive, never-before-seen footage of you, Peter, with your mysterious brother, on the Just the Job set.
What is this, Eamon? Fucking ambush!
Oh, he won't like that.
Now, shall we?
All right, Pete. All right, our Sid. What brings you to the capital?
Had to hand deliver some contracts for Mr. Barrington. Thought I'd make the most of it and see the hottest show in town.
Oh, you flatter me.
It's that fellow at the Royal Grange, right?
Oh, you cheeky bugger. Where he sat?
Oh, they're just going to slip us in at the back, I think. We didn't have tickets.
At the back? Like fuck they will.
Oh, don't make a fuss out,
Frank!
Pete.
Frank! I want the best seats in the house for my two very special guests. This is my brother, and this... Oh. Welcome.
Oh, God, I'm forgetting my manners. Peter, this is the lady I was telling you about.
The one that has you enamoured. I can see why.
I'm not afraid to say you're probably looking at Mrs. C.
Undoubtedly.
You seem close.
They were. Until he went to that capital and became one of you TV ponces.
Martin!
Abandoned his brother.
He abandoned me. He walked away.
Because of what you did, you sneaky little shite!
Well, as they say at the laundrette, the past is like a spunky jumper.
Jesus Horatio Grimlick of Christ! Will you shut up, woman, and let me speak?
Go on, then.
Well, with all your fussing, I forgot what I was going to say.
Fanny and Martin Clement, everybody. In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Don't worry, darling. We can still get this show on track.
Oh, Christ. I think we all know that voice. At the wrong time in the show, ladies and gentlemen, a woman with the power to destroy us all, Dorothy Hammerman!
Eric,
Hello, Mrs. Hammerman.
You're very lucky you didn't call me even earlier. I'm having a very difficult day, so just be glad I've had time to calm down and be in a more personable mood. However, the organisation on this show is a farrago.
Yes, ma'am. It's Dave in the broadcast room. He's just fiddling with the machines.
However,
I wouldn't say fiddling, I'd say more like meddling.
Just carry on. Look here, take this and put it in there, shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I just don't like talking about our Sid.
Well, I know you don't, but suck it up because it might well make you Prime Minister. Okay, sweetie?
Let me ask you this. What's it like?
The last time that I saw Sydney and Peter together was in 1960 at Peter's wedding. Well, Sydney was sat at the front and I was just starting out at that time. We all were, but I knew I had to get an invite to new TV sensation Peter Clement's wedding of the year.
Well, hardly. It was a small chapel near Rotherham.
Yes, well, everything was going fine until the reception when, between songs performed by that dreadful band you booked, the two of you could be heard screaming obscenities in the car park. Well, You came back in after a few minutes as if nothing had happened and grabbed Mrs. C and started dancing the lambada, if I remember correctly, which, as you know, darling...
You always do.
Yes, I always do, don't I? Well, Sydney drove off, and rumour has it that you never spoke again. Is that true?
Why are you telling everybody this?
Well, it's ratings, darling. Ratings. So, the question I have for you, Peter, is...
I usually ask the question.
What the hell were the two of you rowing about that night? Sorry, did you say something, Eamon?
Well, it's just that I usually ask the question.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, what do you want to say?
No, actually, that was very good, yeah.
No, sorry, Dotty viewers. But that conversation were private, and that's how I think it should stay.
Dorothy Hammerman!
Oh, time to pick the next guest.
No private! Still, it's your funeral or election.
It wasn't only just the job that the nation invited into their hearts. Starting in 1977 and running every weeknight for almost 6 years, you brought your own inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's take a look at that now.
And a couple of minutes back.
Same as before?
Any news?
We're still trying. It's 50-50. You all right?
Oh, he's proper angry now.
So, the fucker groped me.
I did think it was a bit of a weird choice.
Why is it that everyone who works in TV is such a terrible cunt, Eric?
It's just, it's the job, isn't it? Reset, everybody.
Yep, dodgy puppet. Let's skip over it. Hit the add button again.
How long until he gets here? Can we get him on last?
Capital traffic, it's hard to say. We may have to bump the song.
Ah, fuck the song. TV Nation Award.
TV Nation Award.
What can I do?
Go long into the next interview. The ratings are great. Yeah, we can overrun. 10 seconds, everybody.
Who's on next?
Fuck only knows. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Unforgettable stuff. But while you took all the credit, arguably someone else did all the work, didn't they now?
Well, I don't know about taking the credit, but I'm hoping to share in the trust.
With the fifth of the bits of your life, it's... Play the music! Ah, of course, that's doing something.
Don't worry, Pet. They'll all know it soon enough.
Let's take a seat, shall we? Lovely, lovely to have you here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, Petey ran for nearly 6 years. Tell me, what's your favourite memory from all those shows?
Well, my earliest memory of Peter was actually from the news. I was a precocious child in the 50s. 1957, was it, when you cycled the length of the country for charity? Can you believe you even did that?
Still got the dicky knees to prove it.
And then by the time that Petey was on, well, I was very busy with my legal career, so I rarely got the chance to see it. But I remember the one with the... Sexy ostrich, obviously. Everyone does.
I hate that clip. That man still makes me bloody angry.
But I think the thing about that show was that it demonstrated that Peter could talk to anyone, from royalty to roughnecks. Everyone has the best brought out of them by this man.
Well, let's hope that's true for you too.
do I go?
Normally.
Mrs.
Miss
Saltburn?
Salisbury.
Let's just go with Julie.
Julia.
So, what do you know about Peter's brother Sidney?
We have a brother.
We'll talk after.
How could you not mention your brother?
We will talk after.
Okay. We'll talk after. Do I go now?
Jesus, Rachel, Tugger Christ, I'll do it. Julius Salisbury, everybody.
Time to pick the next guest, mate.
And so to last year, when you surprised the entire nation by announcing you were giving it all up to form your own political party. And because the final bits of your life are always about the future...
I remember you slipping me tongue in Gill round back of your nan's house. Well, you reckon it were your first kiss,
Well,
but me,
obviously that line's not going to work. Let's just bring her out here. I met her earlier. Her name's Edna Cakes or something. Just play the music.
Petey! Oh, come here, love!
Yes, all right, take a seat now. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out from your campaign to... Oh, no, not that one. No. Do you think Peter Clement is a good fit for politics? No, don't need that one. So have you ever met Sidney Clement?
Of course I have, kiddo. Oh, those two, they were like that, inseparable. Oh, the amiable... Oh, what were it? The amiable rivals, that's what us girls called them. Oh, of course, you know, we'd all snogged at least one of them, but most of us had snogged them both. Oh, they used to get into right old ding-dongs over it. Oh, Petey, love, you really should speak to Sid again. He misses you.
He needs to apologise to me first for what he said about my wife at my wedding.
Look at us, love, hey? We've both done a lot of time. I reckon we're over halfway. Please, don't let it be another 25 bloody years, sweetheart.
He'll never forgive me, Chelsea. Would you?
I'd forgive you anything, but I suppose I'm not a stupid, proud man.
We've been together for 25 years. He made me choose. So I chose.
Yeah, I know. And that's hard, but if you really think about it, that's a lot more choice than you gave him, isn't it?
Right, Edna Cakes, everybody. Yeah, right, off you go that way, love. Fantastic. Well, we've got a bit of a treat for you, and for you. But first, let's take a look at the current Peter Clement. This is a bit of footage from you from the debate a few short weeks ago.
Every single study worldwide acknowledges that a society's most stable building block is the family.
Well, yes, obviously, we think that family is important too, but just, not in the way that you do.
We need to put in place policies that encourage families to stay together.
Whose family?
I beg your pardon?
Your family, Jacob, with your estate and your nannies to wipe your ass?
Yes, nannies.
Or yours, Henry, where your children's education is factored into the budget?
But my parents were self-made.
Self-made millionaires, yeah, no, I get it. And if I came from families like yours, I'd probably feel the same way too, but I didn't. I didn't get piano lessons. Our neighbours didn't complain about us because we had piano lessons. They complained about us because we fought. We fought and we fought. My dad tore strips off us with his bare hands and his belt. And we deserved it because we fought too. And there were times... Doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is that not all families should be encouraged to stay together. There are some cases where families should just simply be left to rot. And they're sticking two chubby fingers up to both of you for families first and families forever or whatever it may be, because they didn't stay together because they wanted to. They stayed together because they had to. Because the successive policies of both your governments meant do that or fucking starve.
Amazing footage there from the debate. Well, Peter, as you know, normally at this point in the show, we give the guests their picture frame and we roll end credits. But we're changing the format a little tonight and tearing up the script, which I have to say on this occasion feels quite thrilling, you know? Probably worthy of some sort of, TV Nation Award or something, you know?
Get on with it.
Tonight, we're running over a little because we have a surprise 7th bit of your life. Hidden piece, if you like. You haven't seen him for 25 years.
Oh, fuck off!
Your brother, Sidney Clements!
All right, Al Pete.
All right, I said. Looks like we're going to have our chat then.
Aye, looks that way.
So, lads.
Shut up, Eamon.
Right.
So, what have you been up to?
Solicitor stuff, you know. You?
This sort of thing mostly? Running for Prime Minister?
Saw that. Good luck.
Mam's backstage with him.
Oh, aye, that's good.
For God's sake, talk to each other. What did you say to him at the reception?
I made a prediction, that's all.
You called my word into question, and you insulted me and you insulted my wife.
Maybe you should have thought of that before you stole her from me.
It was her choice. It was always that way. Always their choice. We agreed.
As children, maybe. Not as adults. Not as men.
It was her choice, Alice said.
I know. And I never should have said what I said.
Bloody awful prediction. What was it? A month? It'll be 25 years this anniversary.
Aye, well, she's quite the woman.
Aye. She is that.
Now, it's so strange. Quarter of an hour ago, I was sat at home watching this show, watching that clip of me introducing you two, and I thought, I wish they'd had the camera on her face, Because as soon as she set eyes on you, I knew I was gone. And it's taken me a long time to come to terms with that. What you have that I don't.
It's just the job. Celebrity, it makes you sort of sparkle. I don't understand it, but it's true, nonetheless.
I really loved her, our Pete.
I know. And I am sorry, I said. And it's taken me a long time to understand that, too.
Peter, these are all the bits of your life. TV fucking Nation Awards! TV Nation Awards!
Yeah, okay.
Petey, he's such a sweetie when he's on your TV. It's such a treat with all the warmth he brings. Coppers and kings, talking with him. It's a late night party. Petey, the only voice that you.
One, two, three, four. I've been living in a debut world with my hair all curly and a bird called Shirley. Yeah, mate, I've been living in a debut world ever since I got my own DLC. I've been living somewhere fucking hot with all the cash I got from selling games to you, yacht. I've been living on a fucking yacht ever since I got my own DLC. You can see me every weekend charging up a rave, 'cause a party's not a party if you haven't got a Dave. I'm the jester in the throne room, I'm the joker in the pack. So let's go and have it fucking large, 'cause Dave has got your back. You're all living in a Dave new world, a misbehaved new world, a banging rave new world. Everybody's living in a Dave new world ever since I got me own DLC. Ever since I got me own DLC, oh yeah. Ever since I got me own DLC.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm, the date my childhood sweetheart married my best friend, the age my cat was when I ran him over, the number of conversations I've had with my father, and the exact time my mother walked out empty. It's so hard for me to remember.
And we'll be back on the estate tomorrow night when Karen finds out Karen's half-sister is also Barry's long-lost brother, and Harry comes face to face with the devastating loss of his hairline. That's The Estate tomorrow at 8:30. But before we go live to Eamon and the gang, there's just time to look forward to what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 9:30.
Yeah, I realise that, Eric, but this isn't the news, is it? We're not reacting live to the politics here. This is a...
All right, this one's going to be all politics.
Entertainment. Watching the politics is for lonely people who enjoy being perpetually disappointed. Personally, I'd rather take a cutthroat razor and cut the head off my... Yep, standing by. Good evening, I'm Eamon Tightly. Behind me is a true TV legend, now running for Prime Minister, everyone's handiest man, Peter Clement. Now, Peter thinks he's been brought here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job, but as always, viewers, you know better.
10 seconds, places.
It's time. Let's start the show.
In 5, 4, 3.
When you feel lethargic and your life is monotone, I've got just the job. When the melody of life is nothing but a drone, I've got just the job. If your woofer's dusty and it just can't raise a smile, I'll modulate your flanger and I'll twiddle with your dials. Believe me, you will hit a note you've not hit in a while. That's just the job.
Thank you, girls. Cracking stuff. Good evening, friends. And yes, it's true, and I can hardly really believe it myself. We are back with a special one-off reunion episode of Just the Job. And just to be clear, it is the show that you remember. With me old sidekick, little Jimmy Chisel, some top tips on how to improve your DIY, and of course, some special...
Dave's Secret Society and Cult, how can we indoctrinate you today?
Interesting. Hi, Dave, I'm...
Eric, we've met. Don't worry about it, I'm very forgettable. Not fucking likely.
Okay, hang on a minute. And stand by, Eamon.
The mighty bevel, because you
go,
will
Eamon.
be hold it right there, for God's sake, no. It's you.
Yeah, it certainly is me.
You naughty little fucker. Sorry, Frank. Did you know about this? Look at that, but you fucking did, didn't you? Fuckers, the lot of you.
Peter, you thought you were here tonight to record a special reunion episode of Just the Job.
I can't believe this.
But tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Come on, let's get you back to the studio.
You little fuckers, I'll have you. Emma, I can't bloody do those bloody dancing do about it all the way along. They do.
They're all fun. This way, Peter. Mind your steps there now.
I didn't bloody know. I can't believe it, though. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of your show. I think it's incredible. I never believed that people didn't know.
He's loving this, viewers. I didn't believe it.
Right,
Colder than an unstare.
cool, it's... Yeah, that.
Keep the show on the tracks.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once we're off the tracks, you can never get back on them. Or at least that's what Eamon says.
Yeah, I think I've heard him say that. Possibly more than...
There's Eamon. Gotta go. Have fun.
Once you're off the tracks, you can never get back on. Yeah, I like that. That's profound, that.
So, Eamon, how long have you been planning this, Eamon? Eamon, how long have you been planning... Eamon? Eamon?
Peter Gordon Clement, you were born October 10th, 1923 in the northern town of Rotherham to Fanny and Martin Clement.
And his penis still exactly same size.
That's right. Odd thing to say. They got up at the crack of dawn to make the coach trip all the way down to the capital. It's your infamous old mam and her long-suffering husband, Fanny and Martin Clement.
Eamon Volgovich, ambassador of glorious Kyrgyzstan. Your cards are wrong. Oh, you dreadful man.
You tyrannical bugger!
I bring special bottle for us, but they rush me on, and so I leave backstage. You visit me at hotel. 415 Capitol Road, room 6.
Just note that address down in case we fancy a little drink after the show.
Lovely to have you both here. So tell me, what was life like for Peter growing up in the Clement house?
Like all peasant children, I imagine.
Who are you calling a peasant?
Poverty makes man. Hardship makes us hard. It's where word gets name, yes? Peter grew up in gutter.
Actually, Eamon, ours was the first household to have a television in our street.
It make him strong. And now he won't make your country strong.
No, mate. I want to make it fair.
Well, let's not wander into politics. Not that kind of show. Ivan the Kyrgyzstanian ambassador, everyone, with the first of the bits of your life.
You know, it won't matter if you make it fair or strong. You know, in 7 weeks' time, you'll be back at Grange, and I'll be waiting there to beat you at golf.
The polls would say otherwise.
This is why in Kyrgyzstan, we have all posters shot. You should try it. They're always wrong anyway. Turns out nobody missed them. Very popular policy.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rotherham Elementary, but already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Sorry we're late, love, but better late than up the duff, as they say at the docks.
Well,
it's me old mam, Eamon.
It's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea Bonds. Let me ask you this. Oh, yeah, no, this still works, yeah. What do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister? Oh, great, straight back in the feckin' politics.
Oh, he were a lovely child. And he stood up for what was right, always. He stood up to you too when you've been a great big bully.
Boy needed toughening up. There's more to life than singing songs and making up little plays.
He couldn't stand injustice, you see. It was like a red nonce in a playgroup to him. He had to try and fix it.
Always sticking his nose in everyone's business.
Well, that's what you want in a leader. Someone who sees something wrong and makes it better.
Mr. and Mrs. Clement, everybody! Well, just before we bring our next guest on, we've got a classic clip from Just the Job. It's over on that monitor there, Peter, if you'd like to take a look.
And that's about 2 minutes.
I'm going to take a closer look. I can't see that without my glasses.
Yeah, there's a drink.
Interesting choice.
I'll drink to that.
And he's having a drink.
Yeah, why not? Got to keep the old grey matter lubricated after all. Can we reset, please?
We've seen this one. It's the drinking game. Just press the advert button.
It's all going a bit political, don't you think?
Well, the bloke's running for Prime Minister. How do you think it was going to go?
It would help if we could stick to the script.
Well, Eamon, you are managing. 10 seconds, everybody.
No, we're not incisors, are we?
OK, we're going in 5, 4, 3.
What fantastic memories there from one of the nation's most beloved TV shows. Now, Just the Job had 2 successful runs, of course, from 58 to 64, and again from 1972 to 1976. And across many, many of those shows, there was always one man by your side.
I may be many reprehensible things, Eamon, but I am certainly not anything as dreadful as a man.
Oh, Christ, that's Dorothy Hanneman.
You called me earlier, you useless shower of soon-to-be unemployed delinquents. I will be calling Bozeman immediately after this debacle, don't you worry. Eric, have a full production team list sent to my dressing room. Petey, sweetie, I'm sorry you're having to enjoy this clusterfuck. Wouldn't happen on 3. Eamon, do you have a question you want me to ignore?
Well, you're certainly in a position to give us a unique insight on this bit of Peter's life. What are the differences, would you say, between the on-screen and off-screen versions of Peter Clement?
Oh, well, that's actually a good question.
Oh, thank Christ.
There was this famous episode of Just the Job when I was just a runner. There was this old lady coming on, and her husband had recently passed on, and she wanted to finish making his last project. A shoe rack, I think.
Spice rack.
Spice rack, yes, of course.
Actually, yes, we've got a bit of archive footage which shows exactly what you've just been talking about. Let's roll that there.
Oh, sorry about my hands, love. They're so shaky these days.
Oh, don't you worry, Pet. Let's get that stuck in that hole, shall we?
Cheeky boy. My Ernie loved to laugh.
Bit of a comedian, was he?
Oh, yeah. I always thought he'd end up on the telly. But he got something in his lungs, see, in the pits.
Oh, God, that's awful, Judy.
He hated that job. Dark and sweaty and back-breaking. Not fit for a person, he'd call it. But we needed the money, so he stuck it out.
Hard worker.
Even when they cut the overtime, he stayed loyal. But when he started coughing up blood, they couldn't get rid of him quickly enough. Threw him on the slag heap.
Awful.
And the day he died, the very day, they cut the pension.
So how are you getting by, Pet?
Well, the kids are trying their best to help out. It's been easier in the summer, but winter is round the corner and...
It's outrageous. No one should have to... I tell you what, Judy, I'm going to pay you that pension.
Huh?
I'm going to pay it out of my own pocket, and I'm going to keep paying it as long as you need it.
What?
And that's a Peter Clement promise.
Touching stuff.
How long were you paying her, Peter?
Oh, bugger, I don't remember, a few years.
So generous.
No, not really, Eamon. It's barely a fraction of what I was getting paid to farce about on TV. I'm not joking, Eamon. Now it's changed for people like her. But you and me, we're drinking at the Frampton. How's that just, mate?
Well, I could certainly afford to pay a little bit more.
And I've got more than I know what to do with. What about you, Eamon? Where's your cash?
I have a lot of children. Dorothy Hammerman, ladies and gentlemen.
So, how much is it going to cost me when you know?
Oh, it's going to make your fanny clench, Dot. I promise you that.
Oh, well. Had a good run.
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Oh, Peter, what have we let ourselves in for? Oh, actually, that doesn't work.
It's your friend of over 40 years, the current Erkistanian... well, no, actually, no, we've had him. Yeah, play the music. No, still no clue.
I'm Julia Salisbury. I'm running for Prime Minister.
That explains it. Yeah, I've no interest in politics. Over there.
Strange show.
It's just the job, I suppose. The whole industry's like this. You'll get used to it.
I'm not sure I want to.
Thank you for joining us. What's it like to be friends with Peter Clement?
Well, are we friends?
I bloody hope so, or I've made a dreadful mistake.
Well, they say that politics make strange bedfellows. Well, that couldn't be more true in our case. At first glance, it's like we're chalk and cheese, but dig a little and you'll find that we share the same core beliefs.
We both grew up poor.
Yes. I only went to Poshborough because of the grant programme.
Now abolished by Hamilton Man.
Yes, another rung of the ladder smashed out. When I saw the lives and experiences of the privately educated, trust fund children who make up more than 90% of Poshborough's intake to this day, well, it really opened my eyes to what inequality really means.
This is something that Julia and I hold very dear. You see, there is enough cake for everyone, but these posh twats are hoarding more than they can ever eat.
Just watch your language, Peter. The viewers will be phoning in complaints.
They've been bleeping me for years. Can't see it stopping anytime soon.
Julia something or other, everybody!
Always friends, but on everything else. All we're doomed.
To being acquaintances.
Worse. Colleagues.
Well, it wasn't only Just the Job that brought you into the nation's hearts. Starting in 1977 and running every weeknight for almost 6 years, you brought that inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's take a look at a clip now.
And a couple of minutes back.
Same as before, Eric.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's all gone a bit news, hasn't it?
What do you expect when you interview the next Prime Minister?
He's having a drink.
Penny for him.
If you were a pop star, Eric, a genuine cocaine, groupies on the tour bus level pop star, would you give it all up to be a priest?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably as crazy as giving up a 5-night-a-week chat show to become a politician.
Ha! I'll drink to that.
Oh, no thanks, I still need my job. Can we reset, please? You okay?
Why wouldn't I be okay?
Ah, good, good.
Would I not be okay because thus far we've had every single guest out in the wrong order?
Right, so you're not okay?
Let's see how this next piece goes, shall we?
Well, at least you'll make the papers.
What's that now?
The papers. This political stuff, this is front page news, Eamon.
Front pages?
Yeah, and probably pages 2 to 7. This is big, Eamon.
You think?
You really should read the papers. 10 seconds, everybody.
What's the point? Can't do anything about any of it anyway.
Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Unforgettable stuff. But while you took all the credit, arguably, someone else did all the hard work. Didn't they now?
Now that's not how I remember it. Petey always did his share of the work with me, if you get my drift.
I've no idea who that is. You?
It's on the tip of me tongue.
And it wouldn't be the first time. Oh, did they hear that? Oops, cheeky me.
Cherry slice.
I genuinely have no idea.
It's Chelsea Buns.
Of course it is.
Oh, play the fucking music.
Right, there we go. Take a seat. Petey ran for nearly 6 years. Tell me, what was your favourite moment from all those shows?
From his late night chat shows.
Yep, that's the question.
I never watched them, love.
It ran every weeknight for nearly 6 years.
Even so.
Well, this is awkward.
Oh, it's not you, Peter, love. I'm sorry, it's not. It's just that, well, everything is so fucking expensive these days. I mean, look at the... price of the lecky, price of everything, really. You know, they want to put me on one of those prepay meter thingies, you know, stop me falling behind again. See, the way I see it, though, is, well, it's about choices. Do I watch telly for an hour, watch your show, or, I don't know, do I have 3 boils of the kettle? That kind of thing. And you know what really gets my goat? It's that each year, everything just costs more and, well, they last less time. And I'm not rich. I never married. I don't own my own home. I got no savings. Lord knows what'll happen when my back finally gives way and I can no work anymore. Do you remember when we were kids, love? If you had a job, you could get by. But nowadays, even if you have got a job, you can barely keep your head above water.
Let me help you, Chels.
Come on, Petey. You barely remember my name. That's what they'll put on me gravestone, you know. Chelsea Wednesday, disposable woman.
Oh, but I do remember you. Some persons hold that there is a wisdom of the head.
And a wisdom of the heart. I remember.
Let me help you, Chelsea. I've got money.
No, Petey, thank you, love, but it wouldn't be right. Besides, I weren't asking for help. I was just explaining why I didn't watch your show, love. Hey, I bet it were great, though. 'Cause you always were.
Chelsea Wednesday, everybody.
It's not right, Chels. None of it.
You do me proud, right? Or else I will go to those tabloids myself and I will tell them what we did the second time you took me under that stage.
And so that brings us to last year, when you surprised the whole country by announcing you were giving it all up to form your own political party. And so, because the final bits of your life is always about the future...
Tune me up!
Co-leader of... No, wait. Who's left? Yeah, it's got to be little Jimmy Chisel.
Should have been on second.
Sorry about that.
I could have been in the pub by now. And that's for you!
Okay, excuse me there. Let's all just take a seat now. Take a seat. There we go. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think Peter Clement would be a good fit for politics?
Absolutely, yes. He's a two-faced prick. He should fit right in.
Jesus, LG, what's got your goat?
You have, you smug bastard. Been sat back there in the holding area watching this love fest on the monitors, and no one's got the guts to tell you to your face what you really are.
Oh, aye? And what's that, Jim?
You're a bully, Pete.
They were pranks.
Not to me. Not to me, they weren't.
Well, why didn't you say something?
I needed the money, pal. I was living in a shitty room above a curry house and you were eating truffles with your celebrity pals.
Well, we paid you, didn't we?
Yeah, but it weren't much. Not with my brother and his demands. He needed special care. And those adaptations to his house, they didn't come cheap.
Well, why didn't you say something? That could have helped you.
Oh, put your fucking checkbook away. I'm sick and tired of you salving your conscience with grand acts of charity.
That's not why I do that.
What's that what you're going to do if we elect you? Give everybody a right big fucking fat cheque. How's that going to work?
Oh. Little Jimmy Chisel, everybody.
I trust I can rely on your vote, then. And you can stick your fucking something up your arse and all.
Fantastic. Well, we've got a bit of a surprise coming up for you next, but before we do that, let's take a look at the current Peter Clement. Let's take a look at those debates from a few weeks ago.
We're going to invest record sums in health, education, and welfare. Of course, it may mean that we have to ask everybody across the country to dig into their pockets a little just to help us out.
Ridiculous.
Mr. Clement, please control yourself. Mr. Hamilton, man.
This is a country that celebrates success, where if you work hard and apply yourself, you too can reap the benefits of your labours. And let's not forget, the rich pay more money in tax than any other section of society.
Well, if they want to pay less tax, they could choose to have less money.
Hard work.
Talk to me about hard work, Mr. Hamilton, man, with your soft hands and your silver tongue. You'd never worked a day in your life.
I was Prime Minister for the last 3 years.
Not because you needed the salary, because you wanted to make the policies that ensured that your real wealth was protected, because that is what you lot do. You pretend you've earned it, but nearly all of you haven't. It was just there, all along. Your money makes you money while you play the great orator. You have built nothing.
I built a strong economy with significant foreign investment.
For who? Where is this growth that you keep banging on about? All I can see is the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. Well, enough is enough. You got too greedy, pal. And now you're going to lose it a lot.
Of course, our party understands that we must raise tax gradually, or we risk an exodus of all of the wealth creators.
Let them try.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said let them fucking try.
Well, in just 5 short weeks, we'll find out if those words hold true. But tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Take it away, boys!
When you're feeling destitute and just can't face the week, I've got just the job.
pretty bleak. I've got just a job.
Missus, when you're warm and damp,
He always use protection.
he'll bring a load of scaffold up
And build a huge erection.
He'll get a damn good polling when we win the next election. 'Cause that's just a job.
And we're out.
Well, I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be.
That was you being asked for an interview for the nightly news next week.
What now?
They called you in the song. You're going to be interviewed by Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, God, no. I hate that strange little man.
Okay, I get it.
Petey, he's such a sweetie when he's on.
A 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been living in a Dave New world with my hair all curly and a bird called Shirley. Yeah, mate, I've been living in a Dave New world ever since I got me own DLC. I've been living somewhere fucking hot with all the cash I got from selling games to you lot. I've been living on a fucking yacht ever since I got me own DLC. You can see me every weekend charging up a rave, 'cause a party's not a party if you haven't got a Dave. I'm the jester in the throne room, I'm the joker in the pack. So let's go and have it fucking large, 'cause Dave has got your back. You're all living in a Dave New world, a misbehaved new world, a banging rave new world. Everybody's living in a Dave New world ever since I got me own DLC. Ever since I got me own DLC, oh yeah. Ever since I got me own DLC.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm, the date my childhood sweetheart married my best friend, the age my cat was when I ran him over, the number of conversations I've had with my father, and the exact time my mother walked out. Honestly, these things are so hard for me to remember.